everyone. Welcome back to Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Charles Skaggs, back in the, well, let's face it, basement of solitude because coronavirus shakes fist. You know how that goes. And of
Damn
course,
you, Rona!
exactly. Rona. Yeah, exactly. Or you do the whole con thing. Rona!
Rona!
Yeah, exactly.
Rona!
And I'm sure Lori's upstairs going, what the hell are they doing? All right, so, yeah.
If you want my supply of toilet paper, Rona, you're going to have to come down here.
Exactly. You're going to have to come down here.
You're going to have to come down here.
He tasks me. Oh, sorry. All right, so joining me, of course, as you can see, we're already on a weird tangent already. Of course, is Xan Sprouse, my wonderful co-host and fellow sufferer of parents who watch Jeopardy. How you doing, Xan?
See, like I was saying before, Charles, it wouldn't be so bad if my parents would play right.
Right.
My parents watch Jeopardy and then just blurt out the answer, not in the form of a question. Like, why are you even bothering to play Jeopardy?
You have to follow the rules.
Why watch Jeopardy if you're not going to play Jeopardy style? What is a whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
What is how to follow the rules, Alex?
For 100, yes, I'll take that.
Yeah, seriously, that is the Daily Double. What is how to follow the damn rules?
What's the damn rules, Alex?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
All right, but so here at episode 77, we're going to be talking later. The past dictates the future, which is a cool title. I like that title.
It is a cool title, and it's a depressing concept. It's a depressing concept, though.
Yeah, because you're saying everything's kind of predestined almost.
Either that, or the past is what.
Yeah, you can't escape.
Not necessarily predestined, but
like you can't escape your past.
You did X in the past, and therefore Y is the result, sort of thing. Whereas,
right.
I have recently been wrestling a little bit with my past, and I'm trying to follow the Kylo Ren credo,
which is
let the past die.
Right.
Kill it if you have to.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna.
Are you gonna kill your past?
The past that doesn't involve my father or Harrison Ford. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. No. Kylo Ren.
All right, you're gonna selectively kill your past.
Selectively kill my past.
Okay, surgically kill your past.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I see.
All those people that made me feel bad in the past should not have any power over me. That's the thing.
No, they shouldn't. You're right about that.
I have followed you here beyond the borders of the Goblin City, and you have no power over me. Thank you very much.
Nice.
For those of you who cannot see, because we're not a video podcast, I am wearing a David Bowie Labyrinth t-shirt today.
Exactly.
So that's where that comes from.
Which, actually works pretty well because, hey, we are going to be talking about a certain Philip Jeffries.
Exactly. And we are gonna surprisingly talk a lot about Judy.
Yeah. And we're going to be resetting one of Philip Jeffries' most notable lines from Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me in this story.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So just leave that there for now because we got to leave some stuff for later, right? We can't just tease everything now. So The Past Dictates the Future, a.k.a. The Return Part 17.
Oh, we're so close to the end.
I know, right? This has been quite...
We're so close to the end that did nothing but open more questions.
This is quite the journey that we already took before, but, we're almost at the end of this re-journeying, whatever you want to call it. So this aired originally back on September 3rd, 2017, which seems so long ago now.
Remember when you used to come to my house?
Yeah, remember
and
that?
Watch the show?
Memories.
That was a long time ago.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about the old times, when people hung out and watched TV shows together.
Tell us about cocktail parties, Grandpa.
Was there electricity then? Yeah, exactly.
Well, honestly, Charles, what I have been doing lately since it's been nice out is I've been using my projector to watch TV on the side of the house.
Yeah, you've shown some pictures of that. That's pretty cool.
You could come on the patio and sit 6 feet away from me. Bring your own chair.
We could do
Yeah,
that. We could do
we could
that
do
if you
that.
ever want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm open for that. Just pick a nice
Well,
night and we could just hang
yeah.
out and I'll
Unfortunately, this
I will
week
like
with Father's Day,
I will totally layer myself in off
there
because
you go.
uh,
Yeah, that I have off. I have deep woods.
oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I have deep woods and I have citronella. So, yeah, with Father's Day coming up and nothing but rain for the foreseeable future. This is not a in the next few days plan, but this is this is plans within plans.
We need to like revisit this plan.
Yeah.
It's sometime in the future.
Mm-hmm.
In the near future. Yes.
Plans within plans. I see you behind it, Charles.
I see two great houses. House Skaggs, House Sprouse.
House Sprouse. He who controls the projector TV controls the universe.
Yes. Yes. Now you can see we're in kind of rare form, aren't we? Yes. All right.
But it is all tangentially David Lynch related.
Right. Exactly.
And Charles,
yeah.
What kind of a David Lynch podcast worth its salt actually follows a linear format?
Exactly. You are absolutely correct about that.
I mean, come on.
Exactly. If we're trying to be inspired by David Lynch, why the hell, you're exactly right. Why the hell should we follow a linear format?
Like right now, a girl should run screaming across my backyard. That should just happen right now for no reason.
Just randomly. Yeah.
Just randomly.
But yeah, so obviously that was written by Mark Frost, David Lynch, and we're going to talk about that here shortly. But first, one thing I did want to talk about, I'm pretty sure it's something you might want to be talking about. Mm-hmm. The announcement that we got just a few days ago that, hey, David Lynch's The Elephant Man is coming to Criterion.
Criterion! Yes, I saw that and I got the Criterion email and I immediately copy, paste, Ghostwood page, boom.
Boom.
Very excited. So yes, David Lynch's The Elephant Man is coming to Criterion Blu-ray in September.
September 29th, 2020.
And we will be discussing that.
You've already,
I promise you.
That's it. Zan has decided we are discussing this.
Zan has decreed it.
So I guess I'm getting a copy, huh? Okay, I guess I'm doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
And you wouldn't because...
Well, it's not my favorite David Lynch film, but...
It's a David Lynch film.
True.
Yeah. Don't you own all of the David Lynch films?
I don't own them all, but I have watched them all now.
All right. Yes, I don't own.
Since we finally saw Inland Empire.
Yeah, I don't own Inland Empire, and I don't own The Straight Story, but I have the soundtrack for Straight Story, and I still need to get the soundtrack for Inland Empire.
Yeah, I don't own Wild at Heart, but I've got that DVR'd off of cable. Okay. And the same for let's see. I've got Mulholland Drive on Criterion.
I know you have Blue Velvet. I know you have Mulholland Drive.
We still have not discussed Mulholland Drive.
We didn't discuss the Criterion Mulholland Drive?
We have never discussed Mulholland Drive.
Well, what's the matter with us? Let's do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, when we're done with our...
Yeah, why don't we do that? When we plan on that for after we finish the return.
But I know you have Firewalk with Me. I know you have Mulholland Drive. Right. And I know you have Blue Velvet.
Yes, I do.
And those are all three of the David Lynch Criterion.
And I have Dune on Blu-ray. So, so the only ones I don't have,
Dune, Dune, I'm not holding out hope for Criterion. I would love to see a Criterion Wild at Heart, and I would love to see a Criterion Inland Empire.
Yeah,
Inland Empire and Criterion are spaghetti and meatballs, in my opinion. They just go together like nothing else.
So the ones I really need are Lost Highway and Inland Empire.
Mm-hmm. So and Criterion also did David Lynch, The Art Life.
But they do have Lost Highway DVR'd as well. That's the other one I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Right. So The Art Life is something that they did for David Lynch, and Eraserhead is another one of the Criterion David Lynch titles. So I am hoping that David Lynch is going to be the next Wes Anderson, where literally every one of his films has a Criterion release.
That would be nice. I would love that.
I mean, because it's not a ton of movies. We're not
No,
talking like,
it's feasible.
yeah, we're not talking like Spielberg levels
No, no.
of uh, of content or
Or
anything like
or a
that. So,
Hitchcock or what have you. Yeah, exactly.
right, right, and I would love to see the directors that I would love to see Criterion do are, of course, my favorite directors. My favorite director being David Lynch. Right after him is Stanley Kubrick, and then probably after him is Wes Anderson. Um, and I would love to see more of their content on Criterion. But David Lynch is the one that I really think should have every single one of his titles as a
Yeah,
Criterion title. And he's getting close. And he's getting there.
yeah,
There's already four. There's already four feature films, and now a fifth one's about to come out. So
yeah. What do you think the next one might be? Just what would you speculate?
I'm gonna say Inland Empire because of Laura Dern's Oscar winning.
Ooh,
Because of Laura Dern winning the Oscar. That's my
that's an
that's my
excellent that's excellent reasoning. I was going to go with Wild at Heart, but I think that
yeah. Again,
I
Laura
like your
Dern, so it
reasoning.
could go either way.
I like your reasoning on that one.
Well, and I think, Wild at Heart is still available, but Inland Empire is difficult to get
Yeah.
here in the United States. So I think that would be,
Or maybe
uh,
Lost Highway because
yeah, that's another one.
Lynch didn't want everybody to buy the Blu-ray because
You didn't
uh
like it.
he didn't
Yeah.
like the cut of it.
Yep.
So he like that, but kind of makes me think, well, maybe he wants to remaster it.
I think Inland Empire is probably going to be the best bang for their buck because I think more people are going to buy that because the likelihood of them buying it twice is much lower.
Yeah.
Because when they do Wild at Heart and Lost Highway, that'll be probably the third time I've bought those in some form or another.
Right.
So, but I've never owned Inland Empire. So, because it like came out and was expensive, then it got out of print. It was weird. It was a weird release.
Almost like a limited
Yeah.
release.
So I would love to see of what's remaining: Inland Empire, Wild at Heart, Lost Highway, and then
Okay.
The Straight Story.
Okay.
The Straight Story.
Good. Interesting.
Yeah, and then if they redid that short films DVD in Criterion and put even more stuff on there, I would like to see that as well.
Yeah. No, especially now that we're getting like all these releases on
And like,
that
what did
did
Jack do should be
yeah,
added.
exactly. Yeah, like
Yeah.
like all the stuff that's showing up on Netflix or David
Yep.
Lynch's theater
Mm-hmm.
on channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
That would be
So there's so much more content that's coming out since the short films of David Lynch DVD was released. I would love to see that as well because they did a fantastic job with the art life.
right.
So, but yeah, we don't. There's not a lot
No,
more feature film wise.
but
So,
yeah, it's possible that they could get the whole. We could
mhm.
actually have the whole collection there.
Yep.
I do have a list of the special features if anybody's interested.
Run them down because they're
Run.
awesome.
Okay, so I'm sure you already know this because you were like all over this when the news
I get the
broke.
Criterion newsletter.
Okay, so
So,
you
yeah.
already. But for anybody that doesn't know, there's obviously a new 4K digital restoration with uncompressed stereo soundtrack on the Blu-rays, and
Mm-hmm.
then apparently there's David Lynch and critic Christine McKenna reading from Room to Dream, that 2018 book they co-authored, which I'm kind of wondering that showed up on a previous Criterion release, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So wasn't that on the Blue Velvet one that we talked about here?
It was on one of them. I don't remember which
Yeah,
one though.
but
Yeah.
so I'm wondering if it's the same reading, unless it's a different excerpt. I don't know. But so that could be kind of a duplicate. Archival interviews with Lynch, John Hurt, producers Mel Brooks. Yeah, Mel Brooks. And Jonathan Sanger, director of photography, Freddie Francis, stills photographer Frank Connor, and makeup artist Christopher Tucker.
Who is a genius?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Because if you look at that great John Merrick makeup,
Mm-hmm.
fantastic for
Yep.
John Hurt. Audio recording from 1981 of an interview and Q&A with Lynch at the American Film Institute.
That's going to be adorable.
That's gonna be like classic
His little
footage.
baby face with his first
Right,
mainstream movie.
baby Lynch.
It's going to be adorable.
He's a baby. Yeah, exactly. The Terrible Elephant Man Revealed, a 2001 documentary about the film.
Mm-hmm.
a trailer and radio spots, and of course, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. And then they
And
also say, and more.
that's going to include color bars. That's a criterion. That is,
Yep.
I think I've said this before on this podcast, that the color bars on Criterion DVD are like the Filmation
Right.
Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, of course, being Criterion nerd, you're all about the
Mm-hmm.
booklets. So
All
apparently,
about the book.
the booklet has excerpts from an interview with Lynch from the 2005 edition of filmmaker and writers Chris Rodley's book Lynch on Lynch, and
Mm-hmm.
an 1886 letter to the editor of the London Times concerning Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, by
Mm-hmm.
a Francis Culling Carr Gom, chairman of the London Hospital at the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So historical documents. Hooray.
It's such a shame that there are so many wonderful people in this movie that are no longer with us. Speaking of, John Hurt and and Bancroft, which is why you have Mel Brooks, by the way.
Exactly, because they were a couple. Yeah, exactly.
They were married.
Yep.
Yeah, they were married.
Yep.
Till the day she died.
But it's pretty cool that get some Mel Brooks footage, because I always love listening to Mel Brooks.
I could listen to Mel Brooks for days.
He's like a fascinating guy, almost as fascinating as David Lynch, in his own, in a completely different way.
In very different ways,
yes.
But as directors go, I would, and he's another one who I love as a director, and I could see. I mean, imagine a Criterion Young Frankenstein. I know, right?
Yes.
We're such friggin' nerds, Charles.
Somebody needs to get on that. Just saying. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So anyway, so I wanted to mention that because I knew it was big news. I knew you were super excited by that.
Super excited, yes.
Super excited. So, all right. So you ready to watch some Twin Peaks?
Let's watch some Twin Peaks.
All right. So as always, everybody playing the home game. We are at the 1 minute 33 mark. The black screen of blackness.
Now it's dark.
Now it's dark. And let me get my second earbuds in.
Mm-hmm. Charles listens to it. I just read it on the subtitles. Yeah. So
I kind of do both. I listen to it, and I just kind of like to hear the just a little bit of the vocal performances that because of the way that the certain lines, obviously in Twin Peaks, the way they're delivered.
Mm-hmm. And you want to hear the chromatics.
Well, that goes without saying.
Yeah,
and this time they're backing up Julie Cruz, at least visually, even though it's the original recording of the World Spins. But but it's cool to have the chromatics, and who especially considering that the chromatics, we've talked about this, that I kind of consider them, Ruth Badelet, that she's essentially the heir to Julie Cruz as far as
the Julie Cruz heir apparent.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So because of her wonderful performance of Shadow.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yes.
So if everybody's ready, got everything all queued up, we will do this in 3, 2, 1, doink.
The black screen of blackness. So here we go.
Gordon's got a gun.
We're getting ready. We're getting ready to, he couldn't do it. He couldn't shoot Diane. I don't blame him.
Nope.
And
well, it's it's no big deal considering like Albert and Tammy blew her away.
Ooh, nice little innuendo joke there. He said you're getting soft in your old age, and he says not where it counts.
Yeah,
so
yep, that was a great comeback.
Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, burn.
Yep.
Yeah. So
it's cocktail hour now here at the FBI.
Oh, it's Gordon Cole. It's always cocktail hour. Like I said, the fact that there's cocktails there doesn't surprise me. What surprises me is the lack of French hookers.
Right. Well, we just killed a tulpa. It's drinks. Drinks, everyone.
Drinks all around. I love this scene because he says, "Now listen to me," and then he's silent for like a minute. I think that's
because he's making everybody listen to him. He's pausing for effect.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like listen. You smell something? So here we have, and this is another, yeah, see, I told you, we're going to talk a lot more about Judy than we ever have.
We're not going to leave her out of it.
We're not going to leave her out of it, yeah. So, one of the things I really did love about this series was that they brought back Major Briggs in the lore so prominently, because Major Briggs in the original series started out as the antithesis to the Bobby character, and then we got a little bit more information about him and his involvement with some of the less some of the more X-File-y things about
exactly. It was essentially for a show that was kind of a supernatural mystery. Major Briggs was almost this extraterrestrial take, this extraterrestrial road, and we weren't quite sure how he fit in.
If I disappear like the others, do everything you can to find me. Okay, well, it's been 25 years, really.
Right.
That's everything you can. But oh, Ray. See, Ray was working both angles here.
Exactly, working for the feds.
Yeah, he was working both angles.
Well, which probably explains why Mr. C didn't really trust him.
No, I'm sure Mr. C knew exactly what was going on. You can't really keep a lot of secrets from a supernatural being.
No. Especially not one that intelligent.
You know, I grew up watching FBI movies where they had those briefcase phones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of landlines here.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
well, I have to say,
knowing Gordon, he's probably still on dial-up.
Yeah. Gordon is apologizing to Albert. Yeah, cue phone call from Dale Cooper.
He even has like an old cell phone, the chargeable phone.
Yeah.
Sitting there on his desk.
So he said,
"Has my watch stopped, or is it the Marx Brothers?"
Should have mailed it to the Marx Brothers.
The Marx Brothers.
Yeah. So everything is coming to a head right here, and Gordon Cole is apologizing to Albert for not involving him more in the Jaudet and the Major Briggs,
right?
The Major Briggs storyline. But I think that's probably why Albert is still alive.
I'm sure it is.
That he was.
It seems like the less you are involved with Lynch's Gordon's Blue Rose cases, the better off you are.
The longer you're going to live an unscathed
exactly.
life. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you're not going to disappear mysteriously like a certain Agent Chet Desmond.
Yes.
Or Dale Cooper, depending on, even though we knew what happened to him.
Agent Philip Jeffries, Agent Chet Desmond.
Yeah. Noticing the trend.
Agent Sam, what's his name? What's Sam's last name?
Stanley.
Sam Stanley, yes, thank you.
Give Sam Stanley the glad hand.
All right, everybody's now on the same page. Can we please get on an airplane? That would be nice.
Yep.
So
I love that they just completely taken over this hotel room and turned it into like the Gordon cave, the Cole cave.
The Cole cave, yeah, exactly.
Or the Rose cave.
That's even a blue rose. Doesn't get any bluer, y'all. But
doesn't get any bluer.
We're now finally all getting on the same page. So here, where I first watched this episode, is when my heart starts racing. Like, okay, we're getting somewhere. This is the getting is good now.
We figure, there's only like this episode and one more. Things pretty much have to come to a head at some point.
Right. They have to come to a head, and it just starts. It picks up a lot of speed in this episode. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody's heading back to Twin Peaks, which is where we want everyone to be.
It was a bit of a drag to get here, but now that it's rolling, it moves really fast.
Right. Chad's having a bad night. It's good all around.
Hey, Billy. Here's to Billy.
Here's to Billy. Uh-oh. See?
The real meeting of the minds here.
Well, I think Billy's going to outwit him. no matter what. And as we see, Chad has a bad day.
Yeah, they're trading F-bombs back and forth.
Yeah, that's true. And I have a hard time looking at Billy because of my saliva problem.
Yeah.
So.
Even though you'll watch something like Dr. Pimple Popper. Go figure.
It's not saliva.
That's true. If it's not pus.
I mean, yeah, I can't, I tried to watch videos of tonsil stone removal online because it's kind of like pimples. Too much saliva. Couldn't do it.
Got it. Well, at least
So,
it's your thing. Hey, Nido.
Yeah. Nido feels Cooper getting closer. Feels Doppelganger Cooper getting closer.
Mr. C sense tingling.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what I would love is that if everybody in this jail right now,
yeah,
except for Chad, just dropped a deuce just for Chad's benefit. I think that'd be fabulous.
Okay, well, I didn't see that coming, but
yeah, I just anything to make Chad's life a little more difficult,
right,
and a little less pleasant.
Well, maybe if the drunk guy peed, pissed all over, his cell or something.
Something, yeah, or
his mattress, something like that. Just shot a big stream out of there.
Or pulled a Miggs with some of that blood coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Nido is starting to transform, come out of her shell, etc. Oh, Wyoming authorities have found
Jerry.
Says
he's your brother.
He says his binoculars killed somebody. He says it was your grandson.
Bad binoculars.
I like it when you get a phone call from Wyoming that says there's a guy here with no ID who says he's your brother and that his binoculars killed somebody. Your first reaction is, yeah, that's my brother.
So how many times do you think Ben has gotten this particular type of call?
At least once a quarter for the last 30 years.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
This is like, he's probably like, by this point, he's like, oh, it's Tuesday. Well, it must be Jerry just got picked up by the cops.
Yeah, he's about to shout out to Ashley Judd. Hey, you want to go to Jackson Hole? Let's get the hell out of this town for a little bit.
Hole.
You said hole.
Hole.
Oh, we are such old nerds.
Right.
Yeah. Let's talk about physical media and Beavis and Butthead. We're Gen Xers.
Okay, Xer.
Okay, Xer. Yeah. See, that works for me. We're Xers. We're cynical as hell. Yeah. We'll gladly own that.
Yeah, if nothing else, because it actually gets people talking about our generation. For
the first time, in 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Because if it's not baby boomers or millennials, we don't,
yeah.
doesn't
the last time anybody talked about us is how our generation rocked the vote in 1992, and then nobody's ever talked about us again.
We exist. We can do things. We're smart.
We're smart.
Not like everybody says.
I want something just for me. All right. Oh, send Gen X to pick somebody from the airport.
Yeah. So here's Mr. C coming across the Golden Pool.
The Golden Pool, which.
Yep. As we've kind of theorized, is the gateway to the White Lodge.
As we figure out, yes, is the gateway to the White Lodge. And here we have something that looks a little bit like the arm.
Right. It's the sycamore tree.
The sycamore arm, so he's just going to...
Under the sycamore arm. Doesn't quite have that same ring to it.
Do not adjust your set. That's just things are happening.
Wind whooshing.
Yep.
It's vortex time, everybody.
Here we go. So we have...
Swirling.
So we have, this is where the lodge meets the zone. And, out of everybody who gets sucked up by the zone, how come Doppelganger Cooper is the only one that doesn't get decapitated?
Right.
That would be nice.
Well, maybe because he's a supernatural entity.
No, there's that.
Yeah. Atmosphere come.
And here we are in the lodge with the Philip Jeffries Tim Machine and Major Briggs.
Major Briggs' head, to be specific.
Yep. Major Briggs' floating head.
It's kind of like some of the, the Zoom meetings we've had recently.
Yeah, maybe I should make that my Zoom avatar.
That would actually.
Oh my God! It's Laura Palmer's house. So
intense whoosh.
Intense whooshing. So does that mean he's clearing something out of the way, or
it's a hand wave? Total hand wave.
Oh.
Yep.
He's just flipping. He's just.
Yeah, he's flipping channels. Channel surfing.
He's using a touch screen, basically. Yeah.
Yep.
So he has.
It's like, what channel is ESPN? Oh.
Yeah, is How It's Made on anywhere? Let's watch that.
I need diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Welcome to Flavortown.
Which Lori loves that show, by the way.
I love that show too. I think that's my favorite kind of food, is like diner food.
I love a diner food.
So I love to find out about new diners, especially ones in a driving radius for me. Kentucky, Michigan, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Ohio, anything from there, I'll do it. All right, so we're taking the horn and we're sending something back to Earth.
Right.
Just like we did back in the 50s. So this is essentially Doppelganger Cooper just folded space to get to where he needs to be.
Yeah.
He just traveled via the lodge.
He didn't even need any spice to do it.
He didn't really need spice to do it, yeah.
They need the spice melange.
Nope. I still wonder if that's actually his hair, if that's a wig. Like, did he grow it out?
I'm sure it's a wig.
I just think it would be too hard to do nothing but Doppelganger Cooper scenes for that amount of time and then just cut his hair and then just go through. So maybe it's extensions or something.
I think it's something like that because, he's older. He's not going to have as luxurious of a hair.
Okay, shit is about to go down.
Right.
And there you can really tell that those are contact lenses.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it does give him those black beady eyes.
Yeah, the black beady eyes. So he's... right here...
Now, here's the encounter we had no idea we expected. Mr. C meeting Andy.
I was so worried for Andy right here.
Right?
When this happened. I just thought...
So was I.
Yeah. And see, now Naito, she knows he's here and she knows he's coming for her.
Yeah.
So...
It just got real, yo.
Yeah, so everything, and
here's James and Freddie McRubberfist in the slammer.
I wonder if Freddie McRubberfist's fist is tingling, like a spidey sense, but in his glove sense.
It's like,
and
maybe you should see a doctor for that.
Yeah. Well, he did, and they tried to pull it off, and it pulled his skin off.
That's true.
So...
I kind of wonder now, after that he's punched Bob, which he will do later in this episode, and save the day, does the glove come off?
Yeah, it just comes right off.
Okay.
Because
that was the purpose. Okay, so that he can actually get his normal hand back.
It's like Harry Potter's scar going away.
Right. Got it.
Far be it from me to make a Harry Potter reference right now.
No, that's not exactly the best timing for that.
TERFs can go screw themselves.
Ah, the old concealed key. Concealed key in the shoe trick. Don Adams would be proud.
Don Adams would be very, very proud. But you know what's going to happen to Chad?
Yes.
He's going to miss it by that much.
Excellent. Nicely done.
Agent Cooper. You were a lot better looking before you were tan with bad teeth.
Right. You kind of look like you've been kind of strung out for a while.
You kind of look like you've been on heroin.
Yeah.
It's not good.
You're in desperate need of a shower, my man.
Yeah, and a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, if I saw Agent Cooper who didn't give me a thumbs up, I would run for the damn hills. Yeah.
Right. Now, keep in mind, they haven't seen Cooper for 25 years.
Andy's so happy.
So they're kind of geeking out over this.
I know. They're excited. I do feel like I would be a little bit more... What's going on?
Time for a vision.
I feel like they'd be a little bit more excited and a little bit more unnerved about how awkward it is.
So Andy just had a vision of the future, you guys.
Yeah. See,
They think
I
they
will
can.
say,
They think they can hold the Chad.
if you are going to be a crooked cop, this is
Yeah.
probably a really ingenious idea to have a key to the jail in
I
the
gotta.
heel of your
I
shoe.
as much as it is Chad, I have to
Yeah.
give him points for thinking ahead like that.
Yeah.
That
So
eventually he
this is
figured
where we need
it's going to go
this.
sideways, and then I'm going to end up
Yeah.
in jail.
This is where we need Mike and Bobby to start barking and alert everybody to the fact that Chad is trying to get out. Yeah. And some freaking crooked cop is going to get his head bashed
No,
in.
you know what would have been funny if James had done the barking in that.
Oh, bring it full circle.
Exactly. See what I did?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Oh my God, I want all this furniture.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Sheriff Truman's office is a little big for one guy.
It is.
See, right there. You should be suspicious. Right there. Do you want coffee? No,
No,
thank you. That is not Agent Cooper.
That is a huge warning sign. But
that is the reddest of the red flags. I don't know what else you would need.
Now, Sheriff Frank Truman, obviously, not as familiar with Cooper, so probably wouldn't pick up on that.
But I feel like Andy should have picked up on that.
Andy should have picked up on that.
And maybe Andy wouldn't have noticed because Lucy was the one preparing the coffee in the morning and things like that. So maybe if it had been Lucy,
let me
Lucy
just
might have
just
noticed.
Rip that bandage off.
Let me just rip that bandage and some of my skin off.
Yep.
Very important.
Very important. He said it's so important he said it twice.
See, now I think Andy's starting to figure it out a little bit.
One would hope.
Maybe he's remembering a little bit because Andy really steps it up.
Well, he does. Remember, he had that encounter with the fireman.
Yeah, Andy really.
So he should be in tune a little bit to what's going on.
Yeah, Andy gets a lot going on in this episode.
Maybe not as much as Cooper, but
in this series, yeah. But,
yeah, he's kind of just digging away at that.
Now, like you said, if that were pus, Charles, I'd be all over that. I'd be all about that. Yeah, see? We're going to have a
Chad versus Andy.
It is the great good cop Deputy Andy.
Right.
He's pretty great. I think he should be using his rubber fist to pull a Wonder Woman and get those
right. Why doesn't he just use that to get out of the bars? Right, exactly.
And now he's gonna.
Yep. Boom. Yeah. It's like I could have done that any time I wanted.
I was going to say, if I were James, I'd be like, so we've been in here for 2 days because...
Right. Why didn't you do that sooner? Exactly.
Yeah, seriously. And just
yeah,
make it really uncomfortable for him to be chained to the
cell. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Lucy, you're still here.
Who? Music intensifies.
What brings it back to Twin Peaks? Oh, I raped that girl and now I have a son.
Stuff.
Well, remember, Unfinished Business, he was thinking about buying property here.
That's true. Dead Dog Farm.
Yeah, and see, he knows. He knows who's on the phone.
Yep.
Like, everybody is coming.
Right.
We're having the traditional standoff where everybody's pointing their gun at each other.
This kind of gets a little bit end of Good, Bad, and the Ugly here a little bit. With the Special Agent Del Cooper.
Oh, look at
yes, he said the words.
Yes,
he said the thing.
Look at Candy and Mandy and Sandy back there, just so excited to be there.
Right.
Oh, gotta gas up.
Is the coffee on?
See, now, so he's figuring out that any man who says he's Dale Cooper that doesn't want coffee is not Dale Cooper. See, there we go. Yes.
Lucy. We thought Andy might take him out, but it's Lucy.
Yes.
Lucy shot Mr. C.
And we have Lucy's greatest line.
Yep.
Coming up right here. Uh-oh. Yeah, Freddie, you let everybody else out with your fist.
Now, where's Hawk during all this is what I want to know.
Eating lunch in the conference room.
Probably.
Don't touch him. Stay away from him. He's not dead. Don't even try.
He's got cooties.
Yeah.
He's all icky
even bother.
He's all icky and stuff.
So we let everybody else but Chad and Billy out of jail.
Yeah, exactly. So this is tour group.
Here we go. Here's her best line. I understand cellular phones now.
Well, it's about time. Welcome to the party.
At least...
Like, where the hell have you been?
There's Hawk. Hawk had to pee, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
He's not superhuman, okay?
No. He just looks
see, what? Yeah, Agent Cooper said don't touch that body. Wait, what are you talking about?
Don't touch
That's not Agent Cooper on the floor over there?
Fellas, don't touch that body.
Don't touch that Cooper. No, it's not.
There's a doppelganger in Cooper.
In the percolator.
In the percolator. Okay, James, you take care of Night over there, because we get
James, you're a nice guy. Do this.
Yeah.
And
let the big boys, the adults are talking here. So
no, James is a good guy. James has always been cool.
Now you notice, and now it's dark.
And Hawk is like, oh, this again, probably.
Yep. But he hasn't quite seen anything like this.
Whereas Frank is like, what the hell is going on?
All of a sudden, we're invaded.
Lucy's freaked out.
We're invaded by hobos.
I think Hawk is less surprised than anybody else, but I think Hawk and James have seen the most stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
So here we come, Mitchums.
Cooper races in.
Yep. Cooper to the rescue!
It's like finally. It's like
and
you finally got here.
He's even moving like Cooper. He's just Cooper.
Yeah, and it's great to see Kyle MacLachlan doing this.
It's so great to see Kyle MacLachlan as Cooper again. I love it.
It's like we're just going to touch up your face right here, and we're going to accentuate this.
You can take Bob out of the Cooper, but you can't take Cooper out of the Bob.
We want to bring out those cheekbones.
Bob's in here somewhere, damn it. Look in his belly.
Shaky cam.
Yeah.
Like directed by Paul Greengrass.
See? Here we go. And, this is not a chest burster. This is a Bob belly burster. And
I am surprised that someone on the internet has not mashed this up with Alien.
That would have been... Somebody please do that for me for Christmas.
How great would that be?
That'd be so wonderful.
And just to have, what's her name going, oh, God!
Oh, God! All right.
That's such a great angle on Cooper right there.
I just want to know what the Mitchum brothers are thinking about this.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
So this is the kind of
stuff... This is what I'm here to do.
This is what you're up for? This is what you're into? Cooper?
He just has no idea. Yeah, but here we go. Are you Freddy?
Yep.
Punch it the hell out.
Right.
Yep.
It's the glowing orb ball of Bob.
The Bob orb.
The Borb.
It's the Borb.
It's the Borb.
All right. There we go. Oh, don't let it get you. Punch it.
I wonder how this would look on the big screen.
Oh, that'd be kind of terrifying. Yeah. Do it. It's like
Intense punch lands.
It's like a George McFly punch where the hand just slowly turns into a fist and he and he
it should have been great. It would have been great if the orb had spun around.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, or Freddy had said this is me density.
Yeah, exactly.
Punch it straight back to hell, Freddy.
I have had enough of you.
Oh, yes.
Fire.
All right. Frank, we're going to do something about that carpet here.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark.
We're going to take care of this.
Has anybody got the kind of stain stuff or maybe a Tide pen?
Anybody got any resolve? Is there resolve? Is there resolve for hellmouths?
We're going to need a shitload of resolve.
Yeah, exactly. All right, it's going to take a couple of times. This is like fighting the boss at the hardest video game you've ever played.
This is the boss level, yes.
This is boss level right here.
Finish him.
Yeah, finish him, Freddy.
Finish him.
Seriously. Do the Raiden kick. Come on, you can do it. Yes.
Catch you with my death
bag.
I got your death bag right here, pal.
Wham!
Whammo!
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Seriously. I was worried when I saw all those pieces of the Borb that this was going to be a Terminator type of a thing.
You like that name, I can tell.
I do like that name, yeah. It would be a Terminator type thing where we'd later see them, all the pieces of the Borb sort of come together and become...
Right.
Yeah.
All liquid metal.
But that hasn't happened yet, so... Come on, season 4.
We are totally on the same page on this.
So, and what are you going to give him?
The ring.
The ring!
Take the ring.
Take the ring, Doppelganger Cooper.
Yep.
Take the ring.
It's like, you take it. I don't want it. You take it.
Maybe kick the gun out of the way, Coop?
Just to be on the safe side.
That might be good. Yeah.
So, who ordered the extra crispy?
Seriously.
So that happened.
Almost cremated.
Burnt. Almost cremated.
Super crispy.
Super crispy. One for the grandkids.
Hell yeah, that's right.
Now, here, Bradley has the best line, though, coming up.
Oh, yeah?
That's coming up, though.
Oh, so here you are, back.
Yep.
He's like, wait, how do you know all of this shit that's been going on? That you know all of the random shit and how it all connects.
Well, remember, he was in the Black Lodge for 25 years, so...
True. Well, Frank Truman doesn't know that.
I know.
Here you go.
So,
I got one of those downstairs.
Should give him a thumbs up there.
Oh my god, I still wanted a thumbs up right there.
Oh, meanwhile, late to the party.
Yeah, we're finally showing up, Gordon Cole.
We're going to need some more FBI guys.
Oh, what's it? Yeah, no relation.
No relation.
All right, so, okay, yeah, what's going to go on here?
You look oddly familiar somehow.
And, I always sort of thought that Cooper and Diane were sort of destined to be together. I just didn't realize that this was how.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The superimposed face of Cooper.
Uh-huh.
Took the effing words right out of my mouth.
Right out of my mouth, yep.
So, so what's going on here? Is Cooper imagining this?
Well, he's telling Bobby that his father knew all about it, just like his mother told him that one day you and Hawk and Sheriff Truman, I didn't know which one, would come here. So...
You're right on time.
Right on time.
I love it when a plan comes together. Dun,
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 dun, dun, dun,
dun. In stereo. Thank you, Mike Post.
Oh, Mike Post is the greatest. Well,
the past dictates the future. Say, that would make a great episode title.
And
Candy, Mandy, and Sandy brought snacks.
Sandwiches!
Give me a sandwich. Again, we're not eating while we're watching Twin Peaks. What's up with that?
What the hell is wrong with us? It's a good thing we made so many sandwiches. Yeah, bring the sandwiches with us.
But it's interesting that Lynch keeps that superimposed face going on through all this.
Give my regards to Harry. No, let her go to him. It's going to be okay.
Yep.
She knows. He knows somehow. But yeah, she needs to go to him. No, not like that.
Oh, okay.
Not like that. She needs to become her true self. She needs to come back too. Freddie, go to the bathroom and wash your face.
Right.
Okay.
You got a little. You got a little schmutz there.
Yeah. Granted, I think it's his blood, but I don't think it's good to have like an open wound around, the Borb.
So Nido, or Nido spelled backwards, is.
Oh, Diane.
Should have seen that coming.
Well,
How many takes does it take to get to the center of Diane? 1, a
3.
2, a 3.
3.
3.
Yeah. Yeah, you do not want to F with this.
That's an old
Say
school
that right
reference for
now.
everybody right there.
Yeah. And Diane is back.
And she's got the red hair as opposed to
And
the
look how
white
happy
hair.
Cooper is.
But is he dreaming this? Because of
Probably.
that superimposed face. Did this actually happen?
Probably. Yeah, who knows what actually happened.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know.
We have no idea.
No idea.
This is David Lynch, y'all. Keep your linear expectations at the door.
And any YouTube video that says they know, they don't know.
They don't know.
Just saying.
The only person I would believe.
But how great is it to finally see this kiss between Cooper, Laura Dern, and now, granted, it's a little awkward considering they're exes in real life.
That's a little bit strange.
But
yeah, but you know.
They're actors. They're professionals.
I'm not old enough yet to have an ex 30 years ago. But, you know, if I were a professional.
Yeah. I mean, apparently it wasn't that uncomfortable.
It's really you.
Or they would have done body doubles.
The one and only Cooper, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
Oh, I'm so happy.
This was such a great moment.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately I do, Cooper.
Now the superimposed face is gone.
Superimposed face is gone, so who knows? Also,
now it's back. Now it's back.
Yeah, I think the scene is interesting, considering the deleted scene.
Time is going backwards.
Yeah, considering the deleted scene from Fire Walk with Me where he talks about the clock being 4 inches on the other side.
Right.
So I think that's an interesting scene. But also, she's a lot taller.
We live inside a dream.
A dream.
The exact words spoken by Philip Jeffries.
Yep. Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream. All right, here we go.
I hope to see all of you again. So do we.
You know what I'm going to do? I mean, I know that's not what these sandwiches are, but I'm going to make a freaking grilled cheese when we're done here.
Nice. Intense, ominous whooshing continues.
You know, is Katzinger's open? I should find out if
Katzinger's Deli?
They're not open. They're not open at this hour, but, you know, it would be nice to know if they're open. So.
Local Columbus restaurant, Katzinger's Deli.
Deliciousness.
Yeah.
I guess those are kind of short pants on her because I'm thinking, like, she's taller than Lucy. How are her pajamas fitting her?
Right.
So I'm guessing it's just because, you know, I think they thought of that. So
I thought it was pretty cool here that we have Cooper, Diane, and Gordon.
Yeah, it's not Albert and it's not Tammy.
Nope.
So,
and we're still getting that superimposed face.
Yeah. I will say that I was kind of hoping that when we had all of this Philip Jeffries supernatural, otherworldly stuff going on, that we would also run into Chet Desmond.
I think a lot of us were, because
I was really hoping for that.
That still remains unfinished. Obviously.
Especially since this series makes Fire Walk with Me so relevant to everything.
That was one big unanswered question from Fire Walk with Me.
Right. Yep. And so I would have liked to have seen some Chet Desmond.
So Cooper goes into room 315. I was hoping that he was going to run. I was hoping we were going to see Josie here.
I was hoping we were going to see Josie as well, because
we knew that her spirit was kind of residing in the Great Northern.
Right. The key is a Great Northern key, and we had that scene where Ben was... what is Ashley Judd's character name? I can't think of it to save my...
I know what you're saying, but hold on.
But
shoot. I'll think of it.
Ben is talking to her about what is that electric noise?
Yeah.
So there's something going on in the Great Northern, and I think we find out here that that's what this is. Unfortunately, it's not Josie. It's this connection. So, okay, and Cooper closes the door on anything you thought you knew.
Beverly,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes. So this is how the Great Northern is connected to this.
This is that shot. Now that we just saw that shot that was from the original teaser for Twin Peaks. When the first time we saw Cooper, we were all excited because we saw Cooper in the trailer.
So excited. Yes.
So here at episode 17, there's our opening of our
Magician
show.
longs to see.
1, Chance
Chance
out
out
between
between two
two.
worlds.
Fire, walk
Walk
with
with me.
me.
See, Fire Walk with Me is a much, much bigger
Yep.
player in the storyline than we ever thought.
Cue the Ghostwood
So,
theme.
heck yeah. Are we to their meetings? Because it looks like we're about to go to one of their meetings.
I think we are.
All right.
They lived above it.
So, they lived above a convenience store. He took me to like this gas station. An old gas station.
Walking, walking, walking.
At least it's not sweeping. At least we're going
Right.
towards something.
Exactly. There's actual progression here, however slow. But yes. No, no. Now, these stairs can be kind of slippery. You hold on to the railing.
You know, you can pick which railing. I can't necessarily do
Exactly.
that. But
we were going to put some of those, sticky stuff there on the floorboards, but that
just
stuff,
be careful.
yeah. Just you watch your
And
step.
oh my God, I was freaking out right here because I know that wallpaper.
Yes.
I have seen that wallpaper before. And I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Right.
You got it, oh yes.
It's the jumping man.
It's the jumping man. So again, we are just reliving Fire Walk with Me right now. It's,
Yep. And now we're back out in that
somehow we went upstairs to be on the ground floor of a motel.
Yeah, the CD motel courtyard.
Yeah. I don't quite know how that works, but I have made a couple of tasteless jokes, but I have nothing but happiness and respect for Al Strobel and his survival instinct.
Right.
With everything he went through in his accident.
Yeah. And and here it is, at obviously an advanced age, still performing here. So
he's just wonderful. He's
great.
Fantastic.
Yep.
And here we have the remnants of our dreams of David Bowie.
Exactly.
Coming out in steam.
Just all smoke and mirrors.
Just all steam.
No, that's a Peter Gabriel song, but
well, that's true. Philip,
give me steam.
And how you feel can make it real.
So apparently this is
stop no one.
Twin Peaks, the bong.
Twin Peaks. I'm a little Twin Peaks, short and stout. Here's my handle. Here's my spout.
It's like,
I told you I was worried about today,
right?
Because of the dream I had.
Right in your diary.
Yep.
It's slippery in here. Now, obviously, he's talking about time.
Yep.
Time is very slippery.
It's timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Exactly.
Say hello to Gordon. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be seeing Gordon again.
Yeah, this is kind of like Philip Jeffries' low-rent TARDIS.
It's like a mixture of like a TARDIS and like Oscar's trash can.
Yeah.
Like there's an entire universe inside.
So if you ever wonder what David Lynch, if he ever directed a Doctor Who episode, this is it. Here you go. This is it.
Right here.
It's like, next stop, Ghostwood.
So here's what we're going to... See, like I said, we're going to talk a lot about Judy. I didn't expect us to talk this much about Judy. What?
It's the owl caves, that ring symbol, yes.
Don't take the ring, Cooper.
And there it is. It's all like breaking apart. And now it's a double diamond.
And what?
What? And then now it's a number 8.
Infinity.
And we turn it sideways and it's infinity. And then we get a little dot there that's kind of like traveling around it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Charles, were you ever a fan of The Tick?
The original TV show.
Yes, with the infinity ball.
Yes.
Do you remember the infinity ball?
Yes.
Which was basically just an 8 ball from a billiard set on its side.
Yes.
I love the infinity ball. Oh my goodness. Remember. Always remember. Electricity.
That green-blooded son of a bitch.
Oh my goodness.
You
I think I don't even know if I was impatient when I watched this for the first time. I think I was just so excited to have Cooper back.
Yeah, I was just kind of
To
I was taking all this in personally. Oh, fan! It's the
have Phil.
fan.
What? Is that a
What?
fan?
The
Oh
ceiling
my
fan.
God.
Oh,
Oh
and
my
there's
God, where are we?
and it's Laura, and it's like, oh my God, that's like right before she dies. Oh, and there's Leland
Leland knows she leads.
being all creepy, scowly,
Oh, he's so freaking terrifying.
but awesome.
So, and I think this is a great way
And you notice
to.
it's in black and white here. We're not seeing it in color.
That's what I'm talking about. Is I think the fact that it's in black and white
Right.
makes it look more deliberately part of this. Like it's not like you're using stock footage because you've changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it looks different. It's been cleaned up. It doesn't just look like you're putting your old movie into your new TV show.
Yeah.
So
well, it does make it look more seamless, especially when you edit in the new Cooper footage.
Right. Right. So this is.
So here's Cooper essentially stalking.
And
voyeurism. So kind of going back to Blue Velvet, if you think about it.
A little bit, yeah. And you know that Leland is going to start. He's going to show up here pretty soon. He's looking for Laura also. Yep. So now the person who followed her through the woods is now Cooper and not Leland. So Cooper.
That's some serious kissing right there.
Well, you know, they're kids.
Yeah.
He might try to kill you. See, she sees him.
Yep. And now we know exactly what she was screaming at the first time.
We know exactly what she was screaming at. Yep. And she doesn't know who Agent Cooper is.
Right.
So
and it was pretty clever the way they edited that in.
Oh yeah. Bobby killed a guy.
Bobby killed a guy.
Yep. What are you talking about? Bobby didn't kill anybody. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was looking for Santa Claus.
And
the guy that Bobby killed. Are you listening?
And
James?
Apparently the Twin Peaks Sheriff's Department is not going to find that out.
They will never find that out. Yeah, seriously.
Because he got a job, so.
I would love to see an episode where they're looking through cold cases and it's that guy.
Yeah.
And so, Bobby's like, you know what? I think this one we don't need to worry about.
You know, like Sheriff Truman calls Bobby into the conference room.
Even Donna doesn't know me. But Donna knows you better than you thought she did. Which we find out from not only Fire Walk with Me, but from the diary.
Right.
So it's just me now. See, here's, for a TV show that started as a TV show.
Yeah.
What besides Twin Peaks has as obsessive of fans about the lore behind it?
Doctor Who.
Yeah, probably with all those novels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the big Finish audios and.
Yep.
Star Trek too. Star Trek too.
All of the things trying to come together and.
It's not many though. Again.
Yeah. Star Trek though, I don't feel like. I mean, there's a lot of novels, so I feel like they're just.
But Doctor Who fans in particular like to connect everything.
I don't feel like the Star Trek novels connect as much as the Doctor Who novels could connect as much. There's so many; they're almost like gravy for fandom.
Right.
So, yeah, this is a
go.
Sparkwood and 21, baby.
Yep. Love you, James.
Yep. She jumps off the bike.
Falls off the bike, more like.
Yep. See, she doesn't.
Yeah, she
doesn't know what to do.
This is Laura at her most lost right here.
Laura is so freaking tragic, and it's just.
But again,
it's so sad.
Incredible performance by Sheryl Lee.
Incredible performance by Sheryl Lee, and I just wonder what would have happened.
Yeah.
If James had just followed her.
Yeah, there's a big what if there.
Would they have met up with Cooper? Would he have met up with Leland? Would Leland have killed James?
Yep. But apparently he was waiting for the stoplight before he could go.
Yeah, it's a green light, James.
Get the irony?
Yeah.
So she goes off running into the forest, and now we know what happened when she runs off into the forest.
Right. See,
not quite what she expected.
What originally we thought was she met up with Leo
and Ronette. Yeah, which is what they show here.
They're waiting. Yeah, they're waiting for her, but she gets intercepted.
Exactly.
So.
Yep. So obviously, history is going to take a little detour now.
Mm-hmm. So, and Eric Del Rey gets to be in this series, even though his character is dead, fortunately.
Yes.
I just really can't stand.
And we do get to see Jacques again and Ronette.
Yeah, that's nice. Yep. Well, we see Ronette a little. Well, we see Phoebe Augustine.
Yeah, but she was a American
We don't see
girl.
Ronette.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see Ronette. We see Phoebe Augustine. But yeah, he intercepts Laura Palmer.
So here we have Sheryl Lee trying to reprise her 25 year younger self in the aided by shadows.
She kills it.
Right.
And she kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately,
some clever shadow work and editing and whatnot. Yeah.
And I think the messy hair helps, because you don't have to have the exact same.
Well, she fell off the bike, and so her hair's going to be messed up. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's killing it. She's absolutely killing it here. She's unbelievable.
He reaches out.
Everybody in this series is remarkably underrated as performers, I think.
Right. We get Laura Palmer's theme at this moment.
No, but just go with him, Laura. It's going to be all right. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what this actually does.
Exactly. Well, he's trying to rescue her. So essentially this is Cooper trying to correct the mistake of Laura's death.
But here's the thing, Charles. What have we learned from every time travel story we've ever read, seen, or heard?
Right.
That you can't
rewrite history. Not one line.
You can't fix the past. You can't fix it. It's just going to be something different, or it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
But
who knows what's in this alternate timeline that gets created here?
I mean, even It's a Wonderful Life tells you that you can't do this.
Now, granted, probably a lot of remember because so Laura's body disappears because of the new timeline.
Uh-huh.
But remember, Bob is still in Leland.
So the hell. Yeah.
So that doesn't change by her death being erased.
Texas.
So the question is, what other dominoes fall differently because of this different timeline?
And I bet she's wondering, home isn't exactly my safe space.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not go home. Home kind of sucks.
Because
I got always have to wash my hands.
Something's a little bit wrong with my mom too. All right, see,
so
this is the only Josie we get, unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly, but it's to help accentuate the emphasis of the new timeline. Because Pete goes out fishing as intended.
He goes out fishing with absolutely.
And instead of finding Laura's body,
he just goes fishing.
as planned.
Yeah, there's nothing.
And life goes on.
See, look there. There's no. There's no body down there.
But remember what happened. So presumably, Bob either he actually kills Ronette.
Yeah.
Instead of Laura, or something still bad happens to Ronette. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and I wonder what Bob's.
Maybe he finally gets to spell out Robertson all the way.
Yeah, Robert, his proper name. I'm wondering if what was Bob's motivation for putting Laura's body by the Martells' house? Is it a Josie thing?
Well, he put it in the water and just happened to wash up there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it did just happen to wash up there. Yeah.
I think that
So,
was just
but now
random.
look, where's Sarah
Sarah?
Palmer?
Yeah, and you notice there's that homecoming queen photo on her couch.
Yeah,
She's kind of
it's not.
moaning oddly,
Yeah,
but
but
Sarah's not
where
home. Sarah's not home right now.
Sarah's not there. That's the thing. It's like, where is she? We saw her watching the same 13 seconds of a boxing match
Over and over on a
over
loop.
and over and over again.
And look at that
You
big
know,
pile of cigarette butts in the ashtray.
if I had a nickel for every cigarette your mom smoked, I'd be dead. Yeah, and the
You
giant bottle of just
you
the
don't
giant
smoke
bottle
these.
of
You smoke these.
you smoke. No, you don't. You smoke these. The giant bottle of Repo Man vodka. It just says vodka.
Right.
So
Sarah breathing heavily.
something's going on with Sarah. So something
Yep.
is
She grabs the photo.
weird with her. Yeah, something is really strange with her. So things are
intense, ominous music and scratching and stuff.
Things are happening.
It is happening, isn't it, Margaret?
Yeah.
Stabby, 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 stabby.
See, that is so dangerous. I hope that's candy.
Yep.
You know how they do broken
the
glasses?
candy glass. Yeah.
Actual candy glass.
Yeah.
Which still hurts.
Right. If it's sharp and
if you
pointy.
get a little shard of it, it still hurts. But
interestingly, the picture doesn't get destroyed. Did you notice?
The picture's fine.
Yeah, the picture's fine. The glass just shatters.
Yeah.
So either she could destroy the photo that she's trying to destroy.
What is she trying to do? Is she just in that much pain, or is she trying to?
We don't know.
We don't know. Figure out what.
If anybody has any theories about what Sarah Palmer was doing there,
please tell us, because I can't figure that one out.
I think that it was just she was so enraged that the timeline had been altered. Like she picked it, she sensed it.
Maybe she's just feeling the tumultuousness of the timeline.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I'll take any.
Because that apparently she was robbed of Laura.
She was robbed of Laura. Yeah, that's true. And but we don't know. Is she still going to be robbed of Laura? Like, what's going on?
We don't know
what's going to happen.
Season 4.
It doesn't exactly make sense.
No.
In a linear linear type of a way.
Twin Peaks, you roll with it.
Yeah, it's Twin Peaks. You just roll with it. Uh-oh.
Where did Laura go?
Don't turn your back on Laura Palmer, Cooper.
Yep.
It's not.
It's that same. Now that's that same scream. That's that same scream she was doing in the red room. When she got ripped out of the red room.
Yep, you are literally not out of the woods yet, Cooper. You need to not turn your back on her.
Yeah.
Because this is what happens.
This is what happens when you take your eye off the ball, Cooper.
He's trying to change things, but he might have changed things, but now he really probably wibbly wobbly everything.
Now at this point the doctor should have come out of from off camera and just walked into the frame
the TARDIS noise,
and completely scolded Cooper for what did you do?
Just very, very faintly we just hear a TARDIS noise in the background. That'd be pretty funny.
The wheezing. And all of a sudden we hear Julie Cruise's The World Spins.
So wonderful.
Halley's
I love this song.
Come and gone. Now, a little bit of trivia. I think I've mentioned this a few times that The World Spins was actually one of the original titles suggested for our podcast.
Titles of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, we almost chose that. So.
Yep. Yeah, I think you put that one in, and I put in Sparkwood in 21. But
yep. But we settled on Ghostwood.
Weren't they both taken?
We settled. No, World Spins wasn't.
Okay.
But Sparkwood in 21, I think, was.
Yeah, that was taken by something, either a blog or another podcast. I forget which, but
yeah, I think it's a podcast, but
yeah.
So we get to see Julie Cruise backed up by the chromatics.
Yep, and here I'm like sobbing watching this for the first time because not only am I so happy about what happened and then I'm watching Julie Cruise, but the episode's over.
Right. So Lots going on. You don't want to know what happened to Laura. There's one episode left,
Yep.
and Julie Cruz is saved as the last Roadhouse performer.
She's the last Roadhouse, which
Rather
is
fit
as it should be.
as it should be. You called it right from the
As
start.
it should be. Yep.
And because we were wondering, like,
Yep.
oh, we're going to see Julie Cruz, when's she showing up? And here she is. She's saved for the last.
I said she's gonna be if they have her, she's gonna be the last
Yeah.
one. And there she is.
And
So
the original time that she played, sang "The World Spins" on the original series was just one of my favorite sequences. When it was Maddie getting murdered. When they're all in the Roadhouse and then they're watching the performance or whatever, and then the giant shows up, and then
Yep. So tragic. Yeah, the song is so hauntingly beautiful.
it is. I love this song.
Yeah, I love this song. It's not my favorite Julie Cruz song, but it's probably my second favorite one.
I think this is my favorite Julie Cruz song.
Really? Mine is Mysteries of Love.
That's a good one, though. That's top 5 for me, at least.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
The one I was never terribly fond of was Rockin' Back Inside My Heart.
No, and we forgot to mention that in memory of Jack Nance.
Yes, in memory of Jack Nance, because we get some Jack Nance. I wonder who they hired to do the fishing scene, or if that was like another cut scene of Jack Nance. But
I don't know.
Yeah, in loving memory of Jack Nance, who.
Yeah, because obviously this is the only time that we get to see Pete in the return. Yeah. So, what better place, right? So.
And I think by the time this aired, I think Jack Nance had been gone for like 20 years.
Yeah, it's been quite some time. You're absolutely right. But so that's our episode, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, like we did.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I loved it.
Yep. So, what's your rating?
What's my rating on this one?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know, tough question.
That
right?
is a tough one, and I think you know what my rating system is going to be.
Okay.
But I'm going to do. This is a 9.5 out of 10 Borbs.
Nice. So, what's the 0.5 deduction? Because obviously there was one.
Yeah. Like I said, I think there's really nothing wrong with the episode. It's just there were so many things that I wanted that I didn't get.
Right.
That there's still just the tragedy of all of it is just makes it. I mean, it's just. And maybe I'm being a little bit unfair for it, not giving it the full 10. But right. I just think that. Because, I mean, honestly, spoiler alert, episode 18 is going to get a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
But I think this one is a little difficult because of the difficulty of it. That, the knowing that the things that we wanted to learn about, we're not going to learn any more about.
Right.
So I think there's...
So you're kind of looking at it a little bit more reflectively.
Right. Now, it loses half of a point, not for quality, but for personal expectation.
Frustration because there's unanswered questions.
Yes.
I get it.
Exactly. What about you?
Well, I was originally going to go with the Borbs, but but I love this episode. I thought it was a little bit, a bit rushed dealing with Bob after all these episodes that we've been dealing. But once we segue out of that into the whole business with Cooper going back in time and pulling Laura out of her own past, I loved that. I mean, obviously because, hey, I'm all about the timey-wimey, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
So that was in my wheelhouse, totally. I totally appreciated that.
That was fantastic.
So I love that, and I give it a 10 out of 10, and I'm going to go with, I'll go with, let's see here, I'll go with owl cave symbols that turn into diamonds and then an 8. How's that?
Owl cave infinity symbols.
Owl cave infinity symbols, perfect.
There you go.
Thank you. you've expressed that so much more eloquently than me.
Yep.
But yeah, I really like this episode. Now, obviously, the finale's coming up, but this ticks off a lot of boxes in a lot of ways. It leaves a lot of boxes unticked. But I have to, we see Cooper, the Cooper that we all know and love, once again. And we've been waiting for that for
Yes.
so
Oh, we've been
long.
waiting for so long for it, and it did not disappoint at
No,
all.
no.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's in this one great moment in time, we get to see Cooper being Cooper, and I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Zan gives a 9.5. I give it a 10. If you got any thoughts, what's your rating on this one? Drop us a line. Love to hear from you at
Yeah.
ghostwoodpodcast at thegmail.com. So ghostwoodpodcast at the Gmail.
A Gmail.
The Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
And reach out to us on Twitter at ghostwoodcast on Twitter or on Facebook, Ghostwood the Twin Peaks Podcast. Would love to hear from you.
Yep.
So please like and follow us. Write to us. Drop us a line. Let us know if you've been enjoying our reviews of The Return. What's your thoughts on the upcoming finale?
Episode 18, y'all.
For now, at least, of Twin Peaks that we'll be talking about next time. Zan, where can they reach you on the interwebs?
Well, I am on Facebook as Xan Sprouse, and you can also reach me through the Ghostwood outlets. Facebook,
yes.
Facebook, Twitter. I'm also on the Twitters and the Instagrams as Udinax19. Right. Or you can find me on the various social media pages for the other podcasts that I just started doing with our friends DJ Nick and Rachel Friend, Gold Standard, the Oscars podcast, right. Which is available on your favorite podcast platforms right now. We are doing all of the Oscar Best Picture winners in order. So if you want to learn a little bit about silent film, go check out our first episode.
Yep, and I did check out that first episode and really enjoyed it. I thought you were fantastic on it.
Thank you, Charles.
I expected nothing less.
I look forward to a couple decades from now when you join us.
I know, right?
For our next episode, the Broadway Melody of 1929 will feature our own fearless leader, Rob Southgate.
Yes.
So that'll be fun.
So that's good. That's cool because you get to talk to Rob. I've never talked to Rob yet.
Ever. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah.
So here we are. I'm almost 6 years of podcasting for him, and we've never really talked directly. As opposed to we've talked through Facebook and email and all that, but not through over a podcast.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, everybody, I really enjoyed the first episode. You should definitely check out this podcast. DJ Nick is a huge friend of ours. Rachel Friend, she's been on Next Stop Everywhere along with Nick, and Rachel has this great podcast, the Five-ish Fangirls podcast. I also recommend that as well. But give the three of them some love and check out Gold Standard. Right.
What about you, Charles? Where can you be found on the internet?
Well, I can be found, obviously, at Charles Skaggs on Twitter, at Charles Skaggs on Instagram, and Facebook, of course, Charles Skaggs in Hilliard, Ohio, and my blog, Geeky Things.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Damn good coffee and hot. Where I talk about all the stuff we talk about here in Ghostwood, your Twin Peaks, your David Lynch films, all kinds of comic book sci-fi news, and news of my other podcasts they do for Southgate Media Group, including Next Stop Everywhere, the Doctor Who podcast, where Jesse Jackson and I and assorted special guest companions talk about Doctor Who, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, and hey, a certain Xan Sprouse has agreed to be returning to Next Stop Everywhere next week for episode 189 as we talk survival.
You dangle Ace in front of my face, I'm going to show up.
That's right. And apparently this is a story that Xan said she never saw before.
No, I never got to see this one.
So it's like you never saw the last ever story from the original series of Doctor Who.
Yep.
So this should be interesting discussion. So I hope everybody checks that out. I'll be posting links once we get it recorded and uploaded. Also, the Phantom Zone podcast they do with Jesse Jackson, where we're talking comic book TV shows. Right now we're discussing Stargirl from the DC Universe and also airing also on the CW. And that's been a lot of fun. It's a fun little show. And not too long ago, we also talked Watchmen, the HBO series. And apparently HBO has made all 9 episodes available for free.
Nice!
If you don't have HBO, if you want to check out those episodes right now. So if you're looking for watching that and looking for a little podcast discussion, check out the Fandom Zone podcast where we reviewed each episode, just kind of like we do here on Ghostwood, and had a lot of fun with that. And then Titan Talk, the Titans podcast, where with Jesse, where it's been on hiatus, but we're going to be bringing back here in a couple weeks as we discuss Doom Patrol Season 2. And that's going to be coming up on HBO Max and DC Universe, and they just had the trailers for that. Just posted the trailer on my blog, Damn Good Coffee. So if you want to check that out, see what we're in for Season 2, it looks fantastic, just as much as Season 1, and which was such a wonderful surprise. I highly recommend checking out that show. So if you're a Twin Peaks fan, but also like superheroes, I think this is the show for you. And
nice.
So check that out. Otherwise, Xan, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Believe in science. COVID is real. Wear your mask. Stay 6 feet apart. Stay safe. Stay safe, everybody.
Exactly. Everybody, follow the guidelines. Take care of yourselves. Look out for each other, and then come on back next time on Ghostwood as we discuss for episode 78, What is Your Name? a.k.a. The Return Part 18. At long last, it's been a long road, but we finally got here, and it's going to be big as we wrap up Twin Peaks Season 3 and quite possibly Twin Peaks as a TV series.
And when you hear the name, you're going to lose your mind.
Right.
The answer to the question, what is your name, made me lose my freaking mind.
Right.
So we'll
just tease that for now, because hey, we got to give you something to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
So everyone, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed us, tell your friends about us, share links and whatnot, because obviously we'd love to grow our podcast. Mm-hmm. And then come on back next time, episode 78. What is your name? Right here on Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. Goodbye, everybody.